Okay, we are live. Hi, this is Debbie at Color Everywhere, and today I'm doing another part of my series of Christmas ornaments, all white Christmas ornaments um, that I will be doing all year, so that at the end of the year I will have the ornaments to put on my tree. So these are all stuffed felt ornaments, and they have embroidery, beads, sequins, lace, all that kind of thing on there. Now, I started a little bit late, so I'm working on the first 3 months, January, February, and March. This is January, and he's a little teddy bear. He still needs a little bit of work up here. I want to add some things up here on his head. But other than that, he's getting close to being done. Um, I might add some more beads going around the rest of his body, but I don't know about that. I think I kind of like it the way it is. So here's the back, and it will get a, a string hanger, a floss hanger at the top. So he's got a little bow. He's just a cute little guy. Now I talked about where I got these patterns in the previous um, stream that I did about these. So they're still available in the book that I got them from, and that you can still get those books fairly cheaply for like maybe even $5 or $6, not including shipping. So they do still have those, but you can find that information in the first one, or I will try to put it. Hi, Teresa. I will try to put it in the description if I don't forget. So I'm going to lay him aside for right now. So he was January. And then for February, we have the little cat. No, Teresa, they're not felted. It's actually felt that is stuffed. See? Stuffed. So it's just regular felt that you get at the craft store or the fabric store. And then it's just the pieces are appliqued on using blanket stitch. Everything is blanket stitched. You can see how it's all blanket stitched around. And then the little faces are embroidered. Some of the parts are embroidered. So he's February. And then March is this little guy. He's a little mouse looking around a candy cane. I don't know if you can tell that or not. He's just peeking around the candy cane and holding on to it. So you see his little feet and his hands, and his legs and his feet and his hands, and his big ears. And then the back is just plain. I haven't really tried felting, Teresa. I noticed you've been doing some and some of the other ladies. It's just one thing I haven't gotten into. I understand the process and how to do it, but I haven't really worked on any myself. So there's my first 3 months, January, February, March. So this is just going to be a little short visit today. Hi, little gypsy. And I'm just going to work on the cat, I think. And I'm just kind of doing these a little bit at a time as I have time. And it's been kind of busy around here lately, so I haven't had a lot of time, but I just thought I'd come on today and do this month's installment. So he's going to get some lace around his sock. And I know this is a little hard to see. It's better than last time. Last time I couldn't adjust my camera, and I finally got that figured out. So it's better than last time, but still, because it's white on white, it does make it a little bit harder to see. So that's why I decided not to do, not to do long videos working on these. And I'm just going to trim this off a little bit. And pretty much everything is stitched on. I don't anticipate gluing anything unless it's just to hold it in place until I get it stitched. So that's what I'm doing. I've got a lot of alteration work that I have to do this week So I'm not going to be doing too many things. This will probably be my only live stream by myself. On Friday, I will be streaming with Melody Maid, and we'll be working on our steampunk journals. Because I have a lot of sewing I have to do. I now have 5 dresses to alter for a wedding that's May 1st. So they're not hard alterations, but they take time. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. Now I could have sewn a lot of these things on before I sewed it together and stuffed it. And some of them I did do that. So, you know, like these were connected. This was put on, the paws were put on. Anything I could put on that didn't involve too much on the edge, I went ahead and attached. But most of it, like the paws, I think I actually put the paws on after the sock was on here. Because I want to be able, when I'm stitching it on, I want to be able to, let me see, to go all the way around the paw instead of stopping and then coming back and picking up that blanket stitch again. Bye, Teresa. See you later. So, just depends what kind of mood I'm in as to, you know, what I do when. But basically, it all ends up together, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to stitch this on. Nothing too exciting going on, just trying to get some of this done before I get too far behind. I started behind, so I wanted to catch up. And I was waiting for some sequins too. I wanted to use some sequins on here. I didn't want to get too far along before I got a few sequins. And I'm actually using a beading needle, and right now I'm using machine embroidery thread because it's real fine, and I wanted something fine. And as you can see, when I bead, my needle gets very crooked. Look how crooked that is. So this is a beading needle. But it works very well for fine threads, and I don't have to keep changing needles. If I want to pick up a bead, I can do that. So I'm just sort of tacking this down along the top, and then I probably will put a few beads on it. These are fun to make. Oh, I found my gingerbread man, and I asked my granddaughter to lay it over here, and now I don't know where she put it. Forgot about it till just now. It's over here someplace. Found the gingerbread man and the snowman that was made up already. In colors, not in just white. I think next month, I'm trying to decide. I think I'll do one that's kind of easy for next month, for April. I think I'll do a wreath. It's pretty simple. And let me get a little bit caught up on the ones on these that are a little bit more fussy. And then I've got a rocking horse and a skate, like an ice skate. Oh, no, it's not a big eye needle. Definitely not a big eye needle. It's just a regular one. I use the big eyes when I have something that's, oh, how do I say it? I use my regular needles when I'm using seed beads and things, weaving beads, and I only use the big eye needle usually when do I use it? I guess I mostly use it when I'm doing something that I really have to keep straight, if that makes any sense. I use this one, the regular beading needles. This is probably a size, I'm going to guess and say 11 or 12. Might be a 10. I think it's a 10. And I use them when I'm making necklaces and stuff, because you have to get in between the beads and stuff, and if it stays straight, it's really hard. With this, you can kind of, I hold it like this, that's why it's so bent. You can kind of scoop in there and get in little places that you can't get in with a straight stiff needle, is what I'm trying to say. And the I think the big eye needles are just a little bit stiffer, and you can't always use them on the real small beads either. If you get a size 15 bead, it's pretty hard to use a big eye needle because they're a little bit thicker. But I mostly just use the regular ones. Oops, I just cut my thread. Well, that was goofy. Cut my thread right off of there, and I didn't mean to. Okay, well, I'm going to be beading through there anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. This is just kind of to hold it together until I get the beads on. Okay. Yeah, those 10s and 12s are getting hard. I hadn't been beading much in the last couple of years. I mean, I used to bead constantly. And then different things happened, and I wasn't beading. I had to put them all away. We moved and stuff. And I just sort of slowed down with it and haven't been beading that much. Boy, can I tell a difference in my eyesight in the last 2-3 years. It's really, really adjusted. Not in a good way. I've never had trouble threading needles. I've always been able to do it pretty easily. But here lately, oh my word, I cannot see what I'm doing. Now let's see, what do we want to use? I don't want to use these because they're too big. I don't think I want to use these. Maybe I do. Yeah, I think I want to use these. Oops. I'll get some of these over here where I can reach them easily. All right. Isn't that cat cute? I have to tell you a cat story. My granddaughter, who's 13, almost 14, has 2 cats. One of them's named Ricky Bob, and the other one is Roxy Rose. Well, she's been working on their Instagram account. The cats have an Instagram account. It's Ricky Bob and Roxy Rose, and they're so pretty. They're brother and sister, and she's trying to raise money to go to the nationals for pickleball tournament, and so she's getting some affiliates and things like that, and started them an Instagram account. So that's pretty funny. They're getting a lot of followers. I am doing this so backwards. I gotta turn it. All right. So they've getting quite a few followers, and she's going to be an affiliate with Chewy.com, which she just got approved. So she's hoping to have a little bit of income from that to add to her trip money, to go to the regionals and the nationals to play pickleball. She's going to Naples, Florida next month and playing in the Pickleball Open. What happened to my other bead? Pickleball Open tournament. So she's trying to raise money, So I said, well, why don't you just, since that's going so good for you with the cats, why don't you just make one with the dog? So she also made one for our dog. So now hopefully she'll be able to, have, of course it's in the adult's name. It's really mine. It's really my Instagram for the dog and her mom's Instagram for the cats. But she can make a little bit of money off of it for her trips. So, yeah. So now the dog has an Instagram too. I got to think of what the name of it is. I think it's Doggy Life with Dame Isabella. So that's going to be fun. I've started this backwards and it's awkward for me to bead. I gotta change it around. Well, there's Bella come to see what I was doing already. She says, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing, Mom? I see you. She thinks she's famous now. Oh, my weeds? No, I haven't decided. The ones you had were pretty, I thought. I don't do blue a lot, but they were very pretty. So they'd probably be fine. Whatever, just surprise me. You want to see what I want to send you? Or do you want to be surprised? Come on, needle. I think you'll like it. Sorry. I like using those little weed die cuts, is what we're talking about. And Teresa has some that I don't have that I like really well, so she said she'd send me some. But I have something I want to send her in return, which I think is really cute, that I just recently got. Now she has to decide, does she want to see it or not? Come on, Teresa. See it or not? I'm just beading a string of these on here, trying to. I don't know why I'm going so slow, but, you know, sometimes that's how it goes. Whichever you want. I'll show you. Hold on one second. I think I can put my hands on. And listen, I'm rolling my chair around and it's not squeaking. Hooray! I finally got rid of the squeak. Or most of it. Most of it, anyway. Hold on. This is absolutely so cute, I think. I can think of different ways to use it. Here, let me move this for a second. Tell me if you have these. It's little houses. There's a little tree. I haven't even cut it apart yet. I did try it with the little houses and it turned out really cute. And here's some little trees, clouds, and well, I don't know if they're supposed to be clouds or bushes. I think they're supposed to be clouds. Yeah, because there's stars. So there's clouds. Can't see that. Here, let me do this. There's clouds and trees and stars. And then there's all these little different size shaped houses. I don't like these things that you got to cut apart. But there you go. And then there's a little light post and a fence. Isn't they cute? Do you like those? Okay, good. I'll get some of those made up for you. I'll send you a couple of colors, whatever I can figure out, unless you want something specific. I cut them out in black and they looked really cute. But, you know, you wouldn't want everything cut out in black. But they look like a silhouette, you know. But I'll cut some out in some different colors for you. I just think they're really cute. I just haven't done anything since I got them yet, or to use them with yet. So, okay, let's go back to this. Here we go. Aren't they cute, Gypsy? There are some of those cheap ones that you find, you know. I don't have a whole lot of die cuts because I only buy ones that I think I'll use a lot, pretty much, because I have two cutting machines, you know, and sometimes I'm just lazy and it's easier to do the die cuts. But I need to have a session where I do cut a bunch of stuff on my die cut on my Cricut or my Cameo. I usually make my own designs when I'm cutting on those. I just haven't used them much recently. I've been busy. I've been busy, busy, busy. Oh, good. You don't have them. Okay, great. Because I think you have a lot, don't you? Have a lot of things. You probably have a lot of flowers and stuff. I tell you, I can't see half of what I'm doing. You'll be able to see better than I can what I'm doing. I think this light over here is causing a problem. Let me see what happens. Didn't really help, did it? Turn it back. You know, Gypsy, I just still use my little Cricut that I got. It works fine for me. I don't need something that has, you know, great big cutting area. So, and I mainly got it because I have a lot of embossing folders that my granddaughter and I went crazy on those one time, and um, there were so many on sale that we bought a whole bunch. So we sort of acquired all of them almost at the same time because there were a lot of them on sale. And then we've got a few here and there, but I never buy them unless they're on sale, really cheap. So, but I do have quite a few, and I like using those when I think of them, when I remember to use them. And I kind of do the same thing with those. I'll do a whole bunch of papers, you know, at a time, and then just stash them over until I need them for something. If I have to stop in the middle of what I'm doing and cut something or whatever, I don't like doing that. so so I try to keep ahead and think ahead about, you know, and I usually use the same things in a different way several times, so it's not a big deal that I have them sitting there. Trying to find some all this steampunk stuff to do for the journals. I'm going to be making 2 steampunk journals, and that's fun. It's giving me some ideas. My mind's been working on that, but I still have these dresses to get done. Once I get those done, then I can steam ahead again, get busy on some other things. This is looking pretty. I don't know how well you can tell. I don't know how to get the light any better. But here's what I'm doing. It's just because it's white. It just doesn't, it's not cooperative because it's white. See those beads? There. I don't think you can tell it on the screen, but they're AB beads, so that means they're clear, but they have a pretty shine to them. So they show up real nice. It's kind of hard to, I was trying to, just use my stash of stuff. And then I decided I wanted to use some sequins. I did not have any sequins. I don't like sequins really. when my daughter was young, she was in twirlers, and she was like the youngest one. She was like 5 in her group. She was 5 years old, and I had to make. Well, I didn't have to, but I did. I made several for several of the girls. I helped make their outfits, and I did the sequins. They had big. They were called the twirlettes, which starts with a T, and they had a big T that was all sequins on the front of their costume, front of their outfit. So I probably did like 10 of those. So I did hers, and I did some for some of the other girls too, whose moms didn't do that kind of stuff. I never wanted to see another sequin after that was over. But I did want to put some sequins on these guys. I thought it would add something. I mean, it's all white, so you got to do something to add different, a little bit of different interest on it. So I thought they would do that some. Yeah, the dyes are expensive. That's why I don't have a lot of them, partly because I won't pay for it unless I find something that's in the sale bin or something, like that. Or if I have a coupon and I want to get something. But I'm like I said, I can make up just about anything I want and cut it out. So I don't find that to be that's probably the main reason I don't have a whole bunch of die cuts. But I have a few. I have some gears and plants, and I have those weeds, and I just recently got some new things. I had some really cool leaves, and what else did I get? I got leaves, and I got the houses, and I think I got some new flower dyes because I like to make paper flowers. And I don't know, I got a few new things that I haven't even used yet. But I don't have boxes and boxes of them like I do some things. Now, stamps, I used to have a whole wall of stamps. Yeah, I think it is pretty. Here, maybe. Oh, there you can almost see it. See, it's not picking up the sparkle that you see on these. I can see. It really, when the light hits these beads, they sparkle real pretty. But yeah, it takes time, like anything. When you start beading, it takes time, and for some reason I'm really poking along here. But I think it's this thread I'm trying to use. It's so lightweight that it's kind of hard to sew with. That's something else I would like to have some time with is my embroidery machine. I have a lot of things that I want to do on it too. I just have too many things that I want to do. I'm always doing too much stuff. I've been making these for using these patterns since the 70s, actually. When I first bought the book, that's how I know how long I've been doing it. And I've made the pattern is actually calls for colors, and they're really cute. But I just thought our tree is we got new ornaments this past year, but it needs something more on it, and it's mostly white with dark blue. So I thought, oh, you know, this is something I could do to put on there, look different. So I figured 12 ornaments, they'll go a long way because, you know, they're, how big are they? This one's 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's 5 inches tall. So that's a pretty big ornament for a 6-foot tree, you know. So I thought it'd be pretty to do them in white. I've been making a lot of crocheted flowers for the market sale. Got those all packaged up this morning. They look pretty cute in their little packages. I do that when I'm upstairs away from the craft room so that, you know, I have something to do while I'm waiting for the laundry or watching TV or whatever. That's when I do my crochet stuff. So I end up with quite a few. Ooh, pine cones. Cool. That sounds pretty. This is what I'm going to try soon when I get time. Not right away, but when I get time. I got these, well, I did a video about the heartfelt, what are those things called? Molds, flower molds, where you put your paper, cut out paper flowers in the mold and it shapes them. And I really like how it worked. I was real pleased with how it worked. So I have this idea I'm going to try where I'm going to take, I don't know if I want to use fabric stiffener because I know I have some, or if I just want to use spray starch. But I'm going to stiffen the fabric with something. Instead of just using water, I want to use some kind of fabric stiffener. And then put it in the mold. And I'm hoping that they'll come out, cut them out of fabric is what I'm trying to say, and hope that they will come out nice and stiff out of the molds once they're dry. I'm kind of excited to try that. Yay, that looks really pretty. Okay, that came out good. Little kitty cat. Have you tried the pine cones yet? Oh, the pine cones are the 3D ones. I have a 3D gear, uh, um, a 3D gear. Um, oh, good grief! Embossing folder, and I have not used it yet, so I don't even know how different it looks from just a regular one. Is it worth the extra money to get the 3D, do you think? Let's see. Let me see about using some of these sequins. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how this is going to work. See if we can do something on the mouse. These are kind of big sequins. I better think about what I'm doing. I may not have enough to. I was thinking I would put them on the candy cane, like on the stripe, you know. I might not have enough to do that. That's what I have. I don't know. This is all I have. Well, I have this other little bag that's the iridescent kind of ones, but they aren't, I don't know, I think the color, they might be too yellow. I don't know. I'll dump them out and see. Oh, you have a 3D die cut? How does that work? Look at that. They all got stuck on the on the sticky on the thing. So does it like, what does it do? I'm trying to think of what it would do. I got about 5 more minutes and I'm going to have to go. Let's see, what am I doing here? That's not what I want. Not sure what I'm doing here, if I want to do this or not. I think it'll be all right. I was afraid it would look too yellow, because these are just a little bit more yellow than the other ones. Yeah, I almost forgot I had that. I had to get that out to go with the steampunk stuff and try it. I've been pulling stuff out and die cuts and different things that I have that I think will go with the steampunk theme. But I forgot about that one. I hadn't looked in my embossing folders yet. I might end up taking this out. I'm not sure. We'll see how I like it. Oh, okay. Can you actually see how different it looks? Or do you have on screen? Do you think it'll show up? Because that sounds really interesting. You're always so busy. How do you get all that stuff done that you do? I think what I'll do, since I don't have gobs and gobs and I want to have these to use for all year, I think I'm just going to put these like on the line, like here, and here, and here, and here, instead of trying to fill it in. That way they'll go farther. Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't know why this light is so, what is really messing me up here. I'm trying to, I don't know. I think it's just the white no matter what I do. This goes faster than the beads. Of course, I may have to come back and add some beads. I don't know. I just want them to have enough of something shiny on them so that they look pretty. Because the other white ornaments I have on the tree, some of them are satin balls, and there's just a few different things. And then I have some, I only have like maybe 3 big ornaments because we got rid of all our old ornaments because they were so old and crunchy looking. So everything I have is new, except the tree. It's not that old. Okay, Gypsy, thanks for sitting around with us. With all this exciting stuff I'm doing. Come back again. That's what I need to be doing, up doing my laundry. So I'm going to have to stop pretty soon, too. Uh-oh. Slackered. Little slackards are going the wrong way. I'm liking this. I'm liking these on here. But I'm going to have to, I think I will go back and bead on them in the holes. Okay, let's see. Yep, I like that. So that was a good idea. This wedding dress I'm working on it's not heavily beaded, but it has sequins and beads. I don't want to do this. I don't know. I'll think about that later. Oops. I'm kind of fumbly today for some reason. Okay. Well, I said it was going to be short, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll keep working on these, and I'll show you next time, if I don't show you in between times, how far along they've gotten. I think they're looking pretty cute. They're kind of doing what I wanted to do. Look at that little mouse with his little sparklies on there. There you can see it. And then the bear, he's got little sparklies on him, but not too many. I put this little embroidery on his tummy. Looks like little berries and leaves. And then the kitty cat, got to start on him. I think I might do his sock the same way with the sequins. I think that would kind of put them, draw them together a little bit, make them coordinate. It's going to be cute. So I'm happy with the way these are coming. They are coming slowly, but I will work on them as I have time. I have a whole year. So, so thanks for coming, ladies. Thanks, Teresa. And I'll get you these things sent out as soon as I can get to it. And I appreciate you coming by. Gypsy's getting her laundry done. So, okay. Well, don't forget about Friday. I think we start at, what time do we start? I think we start at noon Central. But it'll be on Melody Made. It'll be on her channel. So give that a check out, and we'll hope to see you then. Bye, bye, bye.